Hello Libra, what is going on? Welcome to your October astrology and tarot. My name is Jai Gobind and this is your channel for grace. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you for turning on your notifications and also for giving this video a thumbs up and sharing it out with your friends, anybody that you feel would really like this information, because it's actually, these videos are getting better and better every month, I've been noticing. So what we're going to do today is go over the astrology of the month of October, as well as do a tarot reading for you guys. But before we get into that, let's talk about some really awesome things that are also happening in October with me and the channel and this business. So the first thing is a very powerful course that's happening starting October 13th, which is the full moon in Aries, which I talk in detail when I do the full moon astrology reading. But this course is called Finding the Magic Playground. And it is a course that I am co-leading with Jason from Ray of Light Tarot. And we are going to teach you guys how to be able to have a foundational understanding of how manifesting works, of how healing plays a role in our lives, of how we can actually live fulfilled lives, of what really is the history of the earth, and how we can step into a new way of being in the world aligned with the ascension of the planet, basically. And when we do that, we get to live much more fulfilled lives, much happier lives. So we're going to literally teach you how to do all of that in this course. The other thing I'm excited about is, drum roll please, just kidding. My natal astrology readings are coming out in October, so you will be able to sign up for one. These are going to be very in-depth readings. I go into detail in my October astrological video. Make sure you guys watch that, because that video goes into detail, much more detailed information about these transits that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video in a general way. So make sure you watch that video. But this natal astrology reading will really be focused on your purpose, finding what your purpose is, looking at your karmic past, looking at your future, where are you at right now, and what are some, strategic ways for you to move forward from here. So very powerful stuff is going to come out of those sessions. I cannot wait. And you can start signing up October 1st on my website, channelforgrace.guru. The other announcement is that my Etsy shop called Eagle Star Jewels, everything on the Etsy shop is still on sale through the end of September, so through the 30th I said it, 50% off. I think I said it. Anyways. So that's happening, and yes, so let's get right to it. I'm going to pull up your information right here. I've got it on my computer. But Mercury is moving into Scorpio, Pluto is going direct, and Mars is moving to Libra. All these three things happening on October 3rd. That's how we start the month. Pluto going direct in your fourth house of the home is going to be interesting, because Pluto is the planet of transformation. And when it's direct, it begins to transform things in our lives in an external way. So you're going to experience, and you probably have been experiencing, a lot of transformation in your house, in your home, where you feel at home. What home life is to you, you've probably been experiencing major shifts, because Saturn and the South Node have been pretty much together, transiting your fourth house of the home for a while now. And these planets have been in retrograde, but Saturn just went direct. So now things are moving forward, and now Pluto's going to go direct. So now it's like major shifting, major transformation, major looking at things from the past, fixing them, and then moving forward. So really intense, because this is in your home life, and that's a lot. That's a lot to handle. The other thing is Mercury moving into Scorpio in your second house of finances. Mercury is understanding, and Scorpio is wanting to understand things at a very deep level. Knowing, being very well aware of all of the things that affect you in your financial house. Mars moving into Libra in your first house of identity is actually going to feel kind of nice for you, because this is kind of who you are. You are a Libra. You want to be social. You love relationships. You want harmony. You want collaboration. You love everybody to have a say. You want to, look at all the sides of the equation that you normally do this. This is you. You're like, this is a natural process for you. And when your drive, Mars, is aligned with this process, you're going to feel like, cool, now we all get to do this. Something that I love to do. So you're probably going to feel this transit a lot more comfortably and a lot more naturally than most people, especially fire signs that want to, especially Aries. Aries is going to have a really difficult time with this transit because it's opposing their like identity. But this is conjuncting your identity. So this is going to be a sweet thing for you. This month you'll get to kind of really be yourself in a powerful way when Mars moves into Libra. And you'll see other people having to like do it too, which is probably going to make you laugh. The Sun will square Saturn on the 7th. The Sun in Libra is going to be in your first house. So this is your identity becoming or finding some kind of obstacle, having a conflict with your 4th house of the home. Something about you and home. You have to look at it. What's going on there that is causing a conflict? How can you resolve it? Because this is something that's going to have to get resolved like instantly. You don't let things linger from now on ever in your life. Stop letting things linger. And that's hard for you, Libra, because you're like, I don't know what to decide. I don't know what to do, And it's time for you to really start making decisions, which even if it's a struggle, it's okay. Like, it's important. We're all learning how to do that. We all get stuck in toxic relationships. We all get stuck in things that we don't really want to do, but we do them because we like love people and we feel sorry for people, and it's time to stop doing that. Very important. Mercury will oppose Uranus on the 7th as well. Mercury will be in your 2nd house of finances, and Uranus in Taurus is in your 8th house of death, sex, and money, or basically like transformation. I'm laughing at myself because I could say some really funny things about that right now, but I won't. But Uranus has been transiting your 8th house for a while now, and Uranus moves really slow, and it's going to be in Taurus for another like 7 years. So for you, this Uranus in Taurus has been asking you to sort of revolutionize, to rebuild yourself, like fully, like break it down and rebuild it. Tower moments. Break the tower down and rebuild something new, something more beautiful. And it has to do with your finances and you wanting to understand how you rebuilding yourself will also rebuild your financial house. Venus moves into Scorpio on the 8th in your 2nd house of finances. Now that is going to be cool because Venus is also has to do with finances. It's one of the benefic planets. So, and it does rule finances as well as relationships. So this is going to be a very positive energy in your realm of finances. This is about like going deep, and also your relationships when it comes to Venus, because Venus is your ruling planet. In Scorpio, your relationships will tend to get really passionate. Your relationships will tend to get really intense too. But they will also, there's a tendency to get possessive and controlling. So avoid when you avoid the negative side of Scorpio, you get some really cool, in-depth, like intense, powerful, passionate relationships, which is like really that. I mean, don't we all want that? Well, maybe not all of us want that. Maybe Capricorn doesn't want that. I'm totally kidding. But nevertheless, Venus in your 2nd house, transiting your 2nd house, is a good thing because it is the benefic, and it's going to like spice things up in your in the world of making money for you and bring you abundance. Definitely bring you abundance. The full moon in Aries is happening in your 7th house of relationships, which is really cool because for you, this moon in Aries means a new beginning in the realm of relationships. So this is, Aries is the new cycle of the full moons. We just finished a cycle with the Pisces full moon, which was like super watery and emotional. Now we're ready to like, all right, let's kick it into gear. What is the new journey? Where is this new journey taking us? For you, it's going to be like painted in this like new beginning of relationships. So it definitely does mean that some relationships might have to end for new ones to begin. So you have to just be okay with that, especially if there's toxic stuff that's ending, for you to step into more positive places. And the sun will enter Scorpio, and the new moon will be in Scorpio on the 23rd and the 27th in your second house of finances. So there's a lot going on in your second house right now. The last thing before I kind of talk about this theme that's going on for you is Mercury conjunct Venus. So these two planets of like communication and socializing, communicating and relationships are coming together in this very intense Scorpio energy, and trining Chiron, who is helping us heal the masculine wound within us, our ego, the ego death, so that we can, revive ourselves and be in a better place in relationships and understanding each other. So there's going to be a deeper understanding of relationships in our lives during this moment, and also in your second house. So there's a lot happening in this second house of finances for you. So what does this mean for you? This means that the theme for this month is pretty much focused on this very in-depth understanding of how do I make money? What are the things that, how does money come to me? Do I attract money easily? Do I, what about with my relationships with Venus in this house as well? Like, how do I, am I attracting relationships that are going to bring in money for me? That could be partnerships, business partnerships, but it can also be like literally like, marrying someone who's rich or something, right? Although that would be mostly like 8th house stuff, but there's still like this dynamic going on for you that has to do with a really cool and like powerful, intense like energy, like awakening this aspect of me, meaning you, making money and what you value and the things that are important to you in this physical reality, because the second house is also the house of like the material things in your life. So you might feel very like attached to like material things right now, and not necessarily in a bad way, but you might really want to, activate this energy of like, I want to have really nice things in my life right now. I want to like have a nice car. I want to have a nice house. I want to have nice furniture. I want to, I want my life here in this material world to be really comfortable, but also be like, comfortable enough for you to feel safe. Scorpio wants to feel very safe, needs to feel very safe, needs to feel protected. Sometimes can be overprotective, but also can be very intense. So you really feel a lot of intensity in this realm for you this month. So let's pull some cards and see what the cards want to say to you. Come out wherever you are. Sometimes the cards do this and they take forever to come out. Let's see. Ooh, let me pull one more and then I'll show you what I got. I can tell you what they are. It's the 5 of Pentacles, the Magician. And these two came out, so let's just throw them out there. Make sure we got it all. So 5 of Pentacles is the first one that came out. Then we've got the Magician, the Page of Swords, the 9 of Swords, and the Lover's card. Very cool. So let's start with the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles, so this is an interesting energy because this card in the original tarot deck, it shows like a beggar. And it also shows somebody who is giving money, you know what I mean, to a beggar. So they can feel a little bit of sense of not feeling like you have enough, maybe a little bit of lack mentality, maybe a little bit of feeling lonely, sick, or destitute. But I feel like for you, this energy is because your second house is so active this month, because your house of finances is so active in the material possessions, this could be like this lack mentality that you've had in the past, that you're moving into the world of changing it. You're going to look at, what you've thought of in the past, what you've thought of yourself and of this, ability for you to make money and stuff and have abundance in your life. And you're going to start to see that you actually, like, everything around you, it really is abundance, and that you do have a beautiful life. And that when you learn to step into gratitude, it's going to change a lot about, how you think of yourself and how you think of your life. And it'll change the actual things that come into your life. You have the Magician right after this. And the Magician is about, being in your power. This is definitely Virgo and Gemini energy. So these are two signs that it's possible that you may be dealing with. But the Magician is about you stepping into your power and literally finding your strength to manifest. And I think that is what you're going to start doing, this month for sure, because of all this energy in the second house. Like, you have to become the Magician. You have to learn to like work with all of the elements and create abundance in your life, instead of, stay stuck in this like Five of Pentacles, like lonely kind of energy. The Page of Swords is physical and mental agility. This is beautiful because you will need this month. You may be getting a message, possibly one that is maybe upsetting, but it doesn't have to be. And this is also a card of diplomacy and perception. So seeing things in a different level. This is very Libra for sure, because of the air energy of the swords, because of the mental energy of the swords, and because it is basically understanding that you have the ability to really think up some very important ways of manifesting in your life when it comes to the Magician. Now, the Nine of Swords is interesting because the Nine of Swords actually came out with the Lover's card. So the Lover's card is, something's coming through here about relationships for you. The Nine of Swords is a card of suffering, it's loss, it's sorrow, it's misery. It's basically someone, waking up, feeling like they're waking up from a nightmare, suggests that there's some kind of depression going on. There's energy there that it's not healthy. It's really not healthy. And it has to do with a relationship for you. So I would say if you're experiencing this, I mean, this is for you if you are experiencing this situation. If maybe you are with someone that either is in this Nine of Swords energy, or if maybe you're the one that is in the Nine of Swords energy and you're the one that feels this depressive thing that you can't really like figure out what to do, how to change, how to heal it. It can be healed with love. It definitely can. That is the only way to heal it, to heal this energy. And so this could be either this relationship right now, this person right now that you are either with or wanting to be with is not able to see the abundance in their life right now. This could be you not able to see the abundance in your life right now because you did also get the Five of Pentacles. There's a trust that you need to activate for yourself this month. You need to trust that you're going to be okay. You need to trust that relationships will heal. And you need to trust that in order for anything to heal, whatever energy that this is holding, wherever this is manifesting, this Nine of Swords, is something that needs to be addressed. You need to find that mental clarity for yourself and really understand where relationships are at in your life to be able to really step into like healthy relationships, such as the Lover's card energy, which is very Gemini energy. So I feel like you're either going through it yourself or someone that you're with is going through this. And it's going to affect you if you're in a very like close relationship, such as a lover relationship with someone. It's going to affect you very intensely. So you have to find the balance, find the healing in it. And if you're not able to find the healing in it, then it's not worth it, because there's a focus for you in the realm of abundance and making money. And that needs to be your most important thing this month. Now, there are relationships, the Lover's card also makes me think of Venus, because Venus is the goddess of love and of relationships. But there's something about allowing yourself to be vulnerable. In this card, this chick is naked, and that's vulnerability. Being in a vulnerable place is going to actually allow you to find your truth. And when you find your truth, you will find the clarity that you need, because you will find the truth, because Mercury moves into Scorpio in your second house. So relationships are playing a really big role for you this month. And you have to remember, finding mental clarity is going to be really important, so that you can be in that space of maturity and ability to manifest and bring things into reality, into the physical form. Whatever is holding you back, whether it's you yourself or someone that you're dealing with, this needs to be addressed, and it needs to be healed, and it needs to be released. Now, because you have the Sun in the first house, which is you, and Capricorn and Saturn in the fourth house of the house, this could be something that's going on at home. This could be that Sun square Saturn energy, and something will collide and will need to get figured out. So there's a lot of figuring out that you need to do. I'm going to pull a card from the Secret Language of Light for you, Libra. And let's see what comes out. There's a few of them came out. So the first card you got is color. This makes me think of a rainbow. It makes me think of the chakras. It makes me think of finding balance, balancing your chakras, understanding that, like, the full spectrum, seeing the full spectrum of things. Soul song. Listen to your heart. Listen to your soul. Your soul will bring you the answers that you need. Right now, you are definitely going through an inward revolution, especially with Uranus in Taurus in your 8th house. That is a inward revolution. And in order to get really to where you want to go, which is this expansion energy, you have to go through that inward revolution and figure out, what is it that you really want in your life? What are the things that are really important for you in your life? But I do feel like this month is going to be a positive one for you if you deal with all the stuff that comes up. I hope that this reading resonated with you, Libra. Thank you guys so much for watching and sharing this video out. I will be back next month for your monthly reading and astrology, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your month. Sat Nam.